Coming up on Citrus TV News, find out how this river basin may have just helped firefighters contain the wildfire that just happened in Syracuse last night.
Only your country, for its people, for the opportunities and challenges that shape our shared journey. We thank you for the leaders gathered here from city and county government, as well as the community. We're especially
deliver the State of the County address in just a few minutes. We'll take you there.
Trusted him in county
This
government.
threats that took place here at Baker High School. News Live at 6 starts right now.
The investigation into the wildfire in Syracuse last night continues. Good evening and welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Isabella Galan. Officials say the fire spanned over 4 acres, leaving black ash scattered over the burn site. That's where we find our Mike Lamort tonight. Mike, what's the latest?
Hey, good evening, guys. Right where I'm standing behind me, the aftermath of that wildfire that took over this basin last night just here in Syracuse. The fire chief of the Syracuse Fire Department happy to report today that there has been no injuries sustained by any firefighters or civilians last night. Local residents, they're saying they're happy with the fire department response time, although the fire could have been much worse.
Warmer.
For the second time in 2 years now, a wildfire has spread in the area of Grand Ave and Velasco Road in Syracuse. One local resident who asked to remain anonymous says it happened right in her backyard.
Just grabbed my phone and called 911 because I knew with the wind and as dry as it is that it was going to spread.
And it did spread. Deputy Fire Chief Matt Craner of the Syracuse Fire Department says the wildfire blazed over 4 acres. Though with the department's response time,
Within 4 minutes they were here.
it was quickly contained.
Trying to coordinate where the best placement for apparatus and hose lines was in relation to where our water supplies are in the area was challenging. We were able to quickly overcome those challenges. We got firefighters in position where we needed them, relatively quickly, and were able to get water on the fire.
Just yesterday, the National Weather Service placed a fire warning on Syracuse as 70-degree weather mixed with strong wind gusts may cause fires to ignite on dry brush. Now, as far as the cause of the wildfire, that's still under investigation, although the fire department and the locals are thankful of this river basin, which is part of the reason the wildfire didn't spread from one side of the grass plain to the other. We'll continue to monitor this story and provide updates as more information develops. Reporting right here in Syracuse, Mike Lamort, Citrus TV News.
Thank you so much, Michael. And that national fire warning that you did mention has since been lifted, and luckily there have been no injuries reported from that incident.
Yes, absolutely. Someone who has more on that weather and how that's impacting the entire Syracuse community is our weather anchor, Spencer Congel. Spencer?
Yeah, it's been really warm these past few days and really windy, which is what contributed to that fire warnings that we've had over the past few days. Now, that weather, unfortunately, for everybody who's been enjoying it, is not here to stay. Right now, it's 59 degrees and cloudy, but those rain clouds are coming in, and it is going to start raining tonight, as well as the temperatures are going to be dropping around 30 degrees below that freezing point. So early tomorrow morning, we may see some snow here in Syracuse. Nothing too crazy, and it won't be below that freezing point for too long, but there is a pretty high chance that we will see a little bit of snow. So we're not quite done yet with that kind of weather. I'll have more on what to expect for the rest of the week and what to look forward to this spring in Syracuse a little later. Until then.
Thank you, Spencer. It's been a hectic day for both Baldwinsville Police and C.W. Baker High School, as multiple lockdowns have consumed the school day.
And with multiple reports of both a gun in school and a threat sent to administrators, uncertainty has filled the local community. Our Lucy Schaefer is at the school now with the latest.
Here earlier today looked much different after Baker High School went into a lockdown. A student entered the school with a weapon, but later that weapon was found to be a plastic Orby gun. The police investigated the scene and around 1:20 deemed that the school was safe to remain and resume their normal activities. As the school day went on, about an hour later, the school office district received a threatening email and phone call. Later, the school investigated and they were put back into lockdown here at the school. They later, for dismissal, students were led out of their classrooms one by one with police officers, where they were taken to meet their parents, who were given instructions to park at a nearby church across the way to receive their students. We reached out to the Onondaga police department and the school district, and they had no comment. Bella and Isabel, back to you.
Thank you so much, Lucy, for your coverage. Syracuse, are you ready to give? Because Syracuse University's Giving Day is set for next Thursday. The university announced the date earlier today, and Giving Day is SU's largest fundraiser of the year, and as a university, they have a goal of 6,600 donors for this year. SU has a full day of coverage for the event, starting at 9 in the morning and ending at 11 at night. Last year's Giving Day had the most donors ever in a 24-hour period.
Also next week, Newhouse is hosting a lecture on media literacy. Professors Regina Luttrell and Jason Davis are speaking on strategies to recognize misinformation and disinformation. The event will be held yet Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the Grant Auditorium. It is open to the entire university community.
One SU program strives to build a more inclusive campus. Our reporter Sophia DeStasso shows us how Best Buddies is fostering connections and bringing students together.
Best Buddies is a program here at Syracuse that is aimed at creating an inclusive environment for everyone, but is specifically focused on students with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Our e-board consists of mostly Syracuse matriculated students, as well as one person who does have a developmental disability. So we really have that kind of impacted throughout that structure.
They host events every other week, which allows them to foster and maintain that community.
I think the most rewarding part is seeing these friendships last outside of the events.
The members make the org really, and it's just been such a great opportunity through each year to see the growth of Best Buddies.
The Best Buddies matching program makes this big campus feel a little smaller.
On campus, we really try to promote those goals of friendship and inclusivity through our buddy matching program, which is basically where a Inclusive U member is matched with someone who is neurotypical from Syracuse.
This matching system benefits both buddies by allowing them to learn and grow together.
It's really just helped me to take a step back before I do anything, think about other people, empathize with other people, and then act forward in that way.
It's like finding that home away from home was a really big thing for me, and I think this family that I've also gained in the past 3 years has just been amazing.
Best Buddies is more than just a program. It's a community built on friendship and support. For CitrusTV News, I'm Sophia DeStasso.
Thank you for your coverage, Sophia. For those concerns about the cost of energy resources, there's no need to sound the alarm just yet. New York State energy consumers will not suffer from heightened costs from President Trump's tariffs on Canadian energy products. State energy officials say the risk of price increases could go up if Canada chooses to retaliate. These response efforts could include shutting off energy supplies for consumers in the U.S. A 10% tariff on Canadian energy products was enacted earlier this month. New York officials say they do not know if these tariffs will be applied to electricity.
On West Onondaga Street, the development of the Green Mansion has begun. Our reporter Colleen Nakuda details how this historic site is being transformed into a vibrant new space for the community.
Work is about to begin on a $3.1 million renovation of a historic mansion at 366 West Onondaga Street. The 9,000 square foot Queen Anne style home built in 1892 will soon be transformed into a mix of office space and apartments. Contractors Luke Esposito and Chris LaBerge, who purchased the property for $25,000 from the Greater Syracuse Land Bank, plan to preserve its historic charm while breathing new life into it. And developer Chris LaBerge is optimistic about the mansion's impact on the community.
Like I was saying earlier, it's really, I think, kind of a symbol for, not just the neighbors, but I think anybody that drives drives, through that corridor going in and out of downtown, really kind of a symbol for, I think, Syracuse and where Syracuse is at. And so just that in and of itself is a huge goal, and I think sends a really powerful message.
Crews are already hard at work on the renovation, which includes a complete overhaul of the mansion's interior and exterior. The front porch, which was torn down a year ago, will be rebuilt using original materials. Due to the mansion's exterior, the development will be renamed to the Green Mansion. The project is expected to take up to a year to complete, and city officials are hoping it sparks a revival along the West Onondaga Street corridor. In addition to the developer's investment, New York State is providing a $530,000 grant for the project as a part of its downtown revitalization initiative. This is just one more step in Syracuse's ongoing efforts to rebuild historic properties and enhance downtown living. I'm Colleen Nakuda reporting for CitrusTV News.
Thank you so much, Colleen. We now go live to Onondaga High School in Nedrow County, where County Executive Ryan McMahon is holding his State of the County address.
Specifically, Rich McCarron, for his remarks, for your partnership at the county legislature. Rich, they love you here in the town of Onondaga, so thank you for that. I want to thank Superintendent Price for hosting us this evening, your kind words and all of your hospitality. I want to thank my friend, Pastor Draper, for the invocation. And thank you to Madeline Schultz for leading us in the pledge. Madeline is a senior here at OCS, and next fall she will be attending Franklin and Marshall. We wish her and all the seniors graduating this spring the best of luck in their future endeavors. Please give them a round of applause. And I believe my friend Ben Walsh is with us here tonight. Over the last 7 years, we have accomplished a lot together. We worked through a global pandemic, difficult days after the murder of George Floyd, multiple economic wins, and a historic sales tax agreement. You've been a great partner, you've been a better friend, and I look forward to following you in the next chapter of your career. Please give the mayor a round of applause. I also want to take a minute and welcome our newest member of the county legislature, Sean Fiato. Sean has been a passionate and vocal advocate for her neighborhood and the community at large, something I saw firsthand going back to my time on the city council. She's hit the ground running as the newest legislator, and I look forward to working with her and the rest of her colleagues over the next year. Welcome, Sean.
Now, McMahon's main goal has been to highlight the technology coming to the central New York area with Micron, as he mentioned, the Syracuse mayor. The county has been providing grants to high schools in the area to develop STEM-based programs.
And a feedback form about traffic in Syracuse is now open. This online survey is a part of the draft for the city's Vision Zero Action Plan. The Zero Action Plan's goal of getting community feedback is to create safer streets and roads for drivers. Mayor Ben Walsh says that safety is a shared responsibility and is asking for bikers, walkers, and drivers to voice their thoughts in the survey. And coming up on the latest on President Trump shutting down the Department of Education, the reasoning behind the choice and who it affects.
Plus, plans are underway to establish peace in Ukraine. Find out what a partial ceasefire could look like when we come back.
Go to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
You're watching Citrus TV News, live at 6 with Cora Mayer-Costa, Isabella Galan, and Spencer Congel. And now, your campus news leader continues.
Let's use that same pen. I don't know, is anybody superstitious? Ron, are you superstitious? Let's use that same pen.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. That was just President Donald Trump, who just over an hour ago signed an executive order that will start shutting down the Department of Education. The goal is to give control over education back to the states. The White House press secretary says the nearly 50-year-old department will get smaller.
Yet she says it will continue to manage student loans and Pell Grants along with enforcing some civil rights laws. The department cannot shut down entirely unless Congress approves. It's still unclear if there will be enough votes to make that happen.
And military officers from countries across Europe are creating a plan for an international peacekeeping force for Ukraine. It comes as details are being worked out for a partial ceasefire.
Ukraine and Russia agreed to a limited ceasefire yesterday after President Trump spoke with the country's leaders. But it's still unclear when the ceasefire would take effect and what targets will be off limits to attack. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he wants to work with the U.S. to stop attacks on power plants and civilian buildings.
And coming up on News Live at 6, I'll have your full 5-day forecast and a look at what kind of weather to expect this spring. Stay with us.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. Taking a look at our full 5-day forecast, you can see those nice warm temperatures we've been seeing over the past couple of days are unfortunately going to be leaving us just a little bit. The next couple of days it'll be windy, getting down into the 30s, even the 20s a little bit on Saturday with some rain, possibly some snow overnight tonight like I had mentioned before. Nice warm day on Monday, but unfortunately rainy. So, we've got a mix of cold temperatures and rain. Luckily not as cold as we've seen, back in February, but things are looking up. Today is the first day of spring, which means that our days are now a little bit longer. You can see the sun sets today at 7:17. We got a nice 12-hour and 10-minute day today on our first day of spring. And over to the side here, you can see a graph of what kind of temperatures we can expect as we move into the end of March and throughout April. So right now, our average temperatures are right around that 40-degree range. That's where we would expect temperatures to be throughout March. But as we get into the beginning of April, things are looking up. We're going to be getting our average highs up into around 60 degrees, even maybe a little bit higher than that. So things are looking nice. Just hang in there for a couple more weeks with this cold weather, and things will get there. That's all I've got for weather for now. Cora?
Thank you, Spencer. I'm not looking forward to all that rain and cold weather, but if you needed an inside activity, students can head to the Goldstein Auditorium tonight at 8:30 for our Orange Pulse's annual showcase.
Arben Bassick attended last night's dress rehearsal to learn more about how the troupe's impact extends beyond the stage and into the Syracuse community.
As Orange Pulse takes to the stage Thursday night, they're not just dancing through the decades, but also for a cause as SU's philanthropy-based dance group.
This year's theme is Nostalgia in Motion, and we're really honing in on the decades theme and kind of dancing through the decades. And this year what really sets us apart is we actually got to work hands-on with our charity of the year, which is Rise Above Poverty. We've sold so many tickets so far. Everything from our ticket sales, except for the processing fee, goes directly to the organization.
They work with the Syracuse City School District to supply basic necessities for children in poverty. So things like toothbrushes, toothpaste, coats, jackets, stuff like that. And then the sponsors that we get, we use those sponsors to put the items that they give us into raffle baskets. All the money we make from the raffle goes directly to the charity.
Orange Pulse has been rehearsing since the beginning of the semester for their choreography showcase, but their community impact has spanned for years.
Really, this is our largest fundraiser. Being philanthropic is really what drew me to choose Orange Pulse. There's so many dance orgs on campus, but having this non-audition based philanthropic organization is really, really beautiful. There are so many people I've met here that really share the same love for dance. That's not really the competitive aspect that we might have been raised with when we were little. This is really our biggest day, and this is our biggest year.
14 dances going from the 1920s to the 2020s, 13 choreographers and 85 dancers together as a whole. We grew a lot this year, almost doubled, so it's super exciting.
Tickets are $5 and can be purchased at the Syracuse University Student Box Office. Ben Bassick, CitrusTV News.
Coming off a road win at Pittsburgh, number 8, Syracuse women's lacrosse faced a tough test against number 17, Loyola. Could the Orange keep their momentum and take down the Greyhounds? Find out next.
Rolling.
Sound is speeding.
Can you slow down that, please? This is 28-1.
28-1.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Welcome to sports. I'm Grace Piatko. The Orange headed to Baltimore to take on the Loyola Greyhounds. SU looked to contain Chase Boyles, who had 6 goals in last year's meeting. With Loyola dominating the draw circle this season, Syracuse knew they had to find a way to win positions and slow down the Greyhounds' offense. Let's see how it went down. This was the 26th matchup between Syracuse and Loyola, and the Orange lead the series 20 to 5. Syracuse starts off with a quick goal by Caroline Trinkus. She's a freshman standout. Emma Munchnick dodges past her defender and buries it. Syracuse goes up 7-3. It was the Emma show as Emma Ward on the 6th play had an amazing goal. She's wearing a men's goalie glove in this. She gets her defender, and even the goalie comes out of the cage to help get this one. But Emma Ward punches it in. With the game on the line, the score tied, Munchnick delivers again, giving her a career-high 5 on the night. The Orange defense locked in from there. The final score was 14-12, proving that the Orange could get it done. This is their second straight road victory. Now to the men's side. Number 10 Syracuse is coming off a dominant win over Manhattan, 18-2, but not without a slow start, going scoreless in the first quarter for the first time since 2023. They can't afford that on Saturday as they face number 18 Colgate, a team with firepower, led by Rory Connor, who has 24 goals this season and had 3 goals in last year's matchup. Syracuse leads the all-time series 50-12-1, including last year's win 18-10, where Joey Spallina had 4 goals. Face-off is set for noon Saturday inside the JMA Wireless Dome and will be live on ACC Network. Now to the Diamond. Coming off their first-ranked ACC win against Duke, Syracuse softball kept the momentum rolling in their home opener, sweeping Niagara in a doubleheader last night. Game 1 was a thriller. Down 6-3 in the 7th, Kayla Segala's 2-run double set the stage for Tess Gallipo's walk-off single, sealing a 7-6 win. The Orange then dominated Game 2, exploding for 15 runs in 5 innings. This was their largest win margin of the year. Rose Cano shined in the circle with a complete game shutout. Syracuse hosts Clemson next for a 3-game series starting tomorrow. Syracuse may not be dancing this year, but March Madness is in full swing. The first round of the men's tournament tipped off today and continues through tomorrow with 16 games each. Expect buzzer beaters, upsets, and all the chaos that this tournament has, which is very special. Speaking of upsets, about 30 minutes ago, 12-seed McNeese, where Cuse transfer Quadir Copeland took down number 5 Clemson. The road to the Final Four is officially underway with nonstop action through April 7th.
Thanks so much, Grace. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome to Live from Studio B.
Welcome to another episode of Culturally and Technically Legal.
Previously on Survivor.
Welcome back to the Esports Juice Box, where we break down this week's esports news into digestible sizes for easy consumption.
Welcome back. Tomorrow when you wake up, it's going to be a little chilly with temperatures getting up to 45 degrees, and that sun is going to come out later in the afternoon. That's all I've got for weather.
Thank you, Spencer. I'm looking forward to that sun, but that's Citrus TV News live at 6 for this Thursday night.
Don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at CitrusTV News. Now for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Isabella Galan.
And I'm Cora Mayer-Costa. Have a great night, Syracuse, and an even better tomorrow.